All right, there, guys. So I think I'm gonna do a video today about the potential replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold, since we, obviously know he's on his way. Do Liverpool need to buy one, or is there already ready-made one at the club, and can they get by with everything else they need to do potentially this summer? Also, so if you do want to stick around for this video, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment down below. I want to know, do you think Liverpool need to sign a right back as like a priority with everything else they've got to do in the summer? Or do you think they can get by with what they've got for one more year? Let us know down below. So I think as well, before we go any further, I actually want to just lay this stall out of how I feel about this Trent issue, because I just think at the same time, I'm a little bit pissed off with what I've seen online. Like, I am. I mean, firstly, yesterday, this whole thing acting like it's been breaking news. Like, guys, we've known about this for absolutely ages. I said this yesterday. It's been so obvious that Trent was leaving Liverpool. Like, it really has. And like the thing that really nailed the final nail in the coffin for me was in January when Real Madrid put a bid in for him, because you don't bid for a player unless you know that player wants to come to you, right? So the other thing as well that kind of annoys me is everybody's blaming the ownership. Now, I'm not saying that FSG have not done anything wrong here, right? Or if you don't even want to say FSG, if you want to say Mike Gordon, Richard Hughes, George Schmadtke, Jurgen Klopp potentially, Julian Ward, Michael Edwards, going back however far you want to go back, they've all got a small part to play in this, right? But Trent also has to take some sort of responsibility for his decision. Nobody has put a gun to his head telling him, you are signing for Real Madrid. He's a big boy. He pulled up his big boy pants and he made a decision to go to Real Madrid. Yeah? Nobody forced him to go to Real Madrid. He decided that. Did the club not help with, potentially offering him a contract sooner? Yes, I agree with that. Should this have been dealt with 2 years ago, just like Virgil van Dijk and the Mo Salah situation? Yes. What happened 2 years ago, guys? Julian Ward left. Michael Edwards left. Why did they leave? Jurgen Klopp, right? Couldn't get on with him. Power struggle, transfers, yada, 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 right? George Schmadtke came in. He was not given the keys to sign new contracts because he was a part-time, temporary director of football or whatever, yeah? Mike Gordon, the guy who was supposed to be in charge of signing contracts, got pulled away from the club and was out there looking to sell or get investment in the club at the same time that Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold should have all been having their contract renewal talks, right? It all ties together, guys. This is a massive fuck up on FSG's part. It really is. There's another theory that I've seen going around today. Apparently, when Trent signed his last contract, Liverpool offered him a 6-year deal, 5-year deal, 6-year deal, one or the other, right? Apparently the rumour is, or whatever, maybe it's all bullshit, apparently he wanted to sign a 4-year deal because he would be free to be able to move when his contract ran out, just as he's entering his prime years. If he'd have signed a 5-6 year deal, he'd be still in his prime, but coming towards the latter ages, of a right back. He's what, 25, 26 years of age right now? Peak of his powers. He's going to go somewhere now and, try something new. And to be fair as well, one last point I want to add to this, I don't hold that against him. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, guys. How many of you, right, want Chiesa gone? You want him gone. Because he's shit, he's this, that, and the other. You don't give a fuck about his contract. I don't give a fuck about his contract, but you want him gone. But when a player decides to run down his contract to go do something for himself, he's a traitor, a snake, this, that, and the other. It's a cutthroat business, is football, guys. It really, really is. And that's the sad thing about it all. It's a business. And I think Trent has made business decisions. I think this has been probably over a year in the making, him going to Real Madrid. I really do think so. Does Jude Bellingham being there add to this? Yeah, it does. But yeah, that's all my cards laid out for you before I get into this replacement thing. I'm sorry for the waffle. I know I've been recording for 5 minutes now, but it's just really annoyed me this past 24 hours, just seeing both spectrums of it, blaming FSG, blaming Trent. In all fairness, guys, it's probably 60-40. 60% FSG, 40% Trent. Because he has made a decision. No one has forced him to go. Right? So, Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk still haven't gone anywhere yet. And I know there's people out there that think that they will, but they haven't. Because they're waiting to sign for Liverpool. They want to stay at Liverpool. Trent wants to go. As I said, the final nail in the coffin was January. Maybe he thought this year that Liverpool were going to take a massive dip because Klopp left, and it's backfired on him a little bit. Don't know. Anyway, nearly 6 minutes now. I'll get into this replacement thing for you. So right quickly, guys, I just want to touch on this. So obviously Trent's gone. So the main right back now at Liverpool is Conor Bradley. Now, if I load up his little page here. So for this year alone, the guy's made 22 appearances with 2 assists, 0 goals. He hasn't got an assist or a goal in the Premier League. He's got 1 assist in the Champions League, and he's got 1 assist in the Carabao Cup. He's got a muscular injury right now. Now, I know a lot of people are saying about his injury record. Let's actually have a look at his injury history, shall we? It's just loading that for us now. So, since he made his debut for Liverpool in 23-24, he had a back injury, which means he was out from July the 25th till November the 29th for 128 days, and he missed in total 25 games for Liverpool and Northern Ireland. 23-24 ankle injury, April the 14th to May the 5th, out for 22 days, missed 6 Liverpool games. This year, hamstring injury, November 27th to January 3rd, 38 days, missed 9 games. And then another injury that he's got right now, February the 19th to March the 30th, 40 days, and he has missed 7 games. So in total, for this year, he has had 2 injuries, missed 78 days, and he's missed 16 games. Last season, he was injured for 150 days for 2 injuries and missed 31 matches. So it is there, this injury record with this lad, right? So he can't stay fit. So what's the options we've got? We've got Calvin Ramsey, who's currently out on loan. And I mean, let's have a look what he's done so far this year. I mean, didn't he come back from his loan because it wasn't going so well? Let's have a look at this. Kilmarnock is at right now. 15 games, no assists, no goals, or anything like that. He's only played 613 minutes. You know, we signed this lad thinking he was going to be the next big thing, didn't we? But it doesn't seem to have worked out that way whatsoever. So you rule him out. Joe Gomez, another injury-prone player. He predominantly plays out there on the right also, as well as centre-back, shall we say. Now, it was rumoured that he was going to move last summer in the move for Anthony Gordon. Obviously, it didn't take place. But again, let's have a look at him. This year, 17 games, no goals, no assists in all competitions. His injury record, now this is going to be probably quite big. So, yeah, I'm not reading all that out for you. That is absolutely massive. I mean, is there an actual total where we can actually see it in compact version here? Yeah, it's just, I'm not reading all that out for you. That's absolutely atrocious, is that? He's missed so many games due to injury. Probably over 150 games there during his career through injury. So you can't rely on him either. So the question is, guys, when you look at the market now for right backs, there isn't that many people out there. I mean, like, come on now. You tell me in the comments down below of a right back, other than Jeremy Frimpong, can't name him. Anybody else out there Liverpool could go and get? Now, I know everyone's been talking about this 18-year-old over at Feyenoord, which is an option. So, do you stick with Conor Bradley and give him a chance for a year, and then you sign a youngster to come in and compete with him? You know, like you've got with Robbo and Shimikas over on the other side right now. You know, obviously we're going to get Kerekes or someone like that to come in, and Robbo's going to compete with him. But is that the other thing you do? You sign another youngster, and they both compete for first place and share the games between them because you can't rely on Conor Bradley to stay fit. Or do you go out there and try and sign somebody who's proven? Now, the only one out there that everyone is talking about is Jeremy Frimpong over at Bayer Leverkusen. Now, what are the pros of this? He's got a release clause, which I think is about, is it 40 million euros or pounds, something like that? You've got that. You've got the fact that he would count as a homegrown talent because of his time spent in England previously. I think it was with Man City. So you've got that as well. And he also has played in Celtic as well. I mean, his stats this year, 40 games, 4 goals, 11 assists. So he is better than the ones we've just spoken about. I mean, his agency's got nobody at all that, has been linked or any sort of thing with Liverpool. So don't worry about that. But if we were to go out there and sign Jeremy Frimpong, I think you're looking at a completely different setup with how Liverpool would be playing next year, because Dunk over at Cop Talk was saying that he's read that he's not good defensively enough to be a right back, and he's not good enough going forward to be a winger. So he's pretty much in the middle, which sounds a lot like Trent, doesn't it? He's 24 years of age as well. I think if you go out there and sign Jeremy Frimpong, you're signing somebody that you're going to have to change your tactical setup with, because he can't do what Trent does, which is cut inside and be inverted and sit alongside the 6. He can't do that. He doesn't have the ball passing ability that Trent's got, so you lose that creativity from the back. What he has got is the ability to blow past a Mo Salah and get a ball into the box, pretty much like what Trent used to do back when he was really good, in it's like 18-19 or 19-20 season, when him and Robbo was having a competition on who can get the most assists. He could probably do something like that for you. But again, he's then tactically not good enough defensively to mitigate that thing as well. Do you know what I mean? That we've had with Trent. So you might even have to go out there and just sign like a right back, like a who can't do anything going forward. Their prominent job is just to play right back. And then you rely more on the left-hand side with Kirkes or Robbo, relying on them to get the ball into the box a little bit more. Maybe you switch the, what's the word I'm thinking? The concentration of the attack down the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side. But then does that stifle what Salah can do? Do you know what I mean? This is a minefield now we've got to think about. And I just honestly think, guys, that my gut is I would go with what you've got. You go with Conor Bradley, try and keep him fit, and then maybe you keep Calvin Ramsey or Joe Gomez, and Kwanzaa can get some minutes out there as well, and you see what the market looks like in the January market or summer, the window after, because right now I can't even think of a right back. I mean, Pedro Porro, but that's going to cost you 60-70 million from Spurs. I'm stuck, guys. I'm stuck to think of a right back that can come in where you just plug him in and he just plays, and it doesn't have like a detrimental effect on how Liverpool would be going forward. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm quite stuck on this one, in all fairness. But anyway, I'm open for ideas, guys. If you've got anything down below, anyone you think Liverpool should go for and do this, that, and the other way, let me know down below, guys. But Liverpool have got to think of a defender. If Van Dijk goes, 2 defenders, a left back, a number 6 to help compete with Ryan Gravenberch, because he's dead on his feet right now. This break's come at the exact right time for him. Otherwise, I don't know what would have done with him. Are we going to need another left winger if Diaz ends up getting that move to Barcelona that he wants, because you've just got Gakpo out there? A number 9 if Nunez goes, a backup number 9 maybe if Jota goes, or do you upgrade Danz as a backup behind whoever it is that you bring in? Does Mo Salah leave, so then you need to go get another winger on that side as well, on the right? I mean, this summer window, guys, could be absolutely... It's either going to be toxic, exciting, or boring. It can't be all three, I don't think. But anyway, guys, let me know down below what you think Liverpool should do with this right-back situation. I mean, I need to probably dive into it a little bit more and see if there's anyone out there, I just literally can't think or find anybody that could fit this whatsoever to do with what Trent does and how Liverpool play right now. But if you can, let me know down below, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.